Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new Let's Play series of Stygian, Reign of the Old Ones. I'm Colonel RPG, and I'm very happy to have you here with me as I finally get to play the game that I backed on Kickstarter. I don't know when it was, and it's been a while. It's been a little while, and this is a top-down, 2D, turn-based, squad-based role-playing game with a lot of focus on choices and consequences. And it's Lovecraftian, so we got Cthulhu. I assume it's Cthulhu back there. I don't know. So let's look at the intro.
Your former life was in a bliss of ignorance, until you've awakened to the darkness waiting on the doorstep of our fragile dimension. Something terrible left its eons-old slumber, and the reality, as we knew it, collapsed. The city of Arkham was pulled to somewhere not of this world, and its residents are in the shadows of true terror. As a survivor of this catastrophe, you should investigate the strange occurrences in the city and survive the rising darkness, physically and mentally, if possible.
I really enjoy the art style. It's actually, well, the fact that it's turn-based really captivated me, and it's definitely one of the reasons why I backed it on Kickstarter. I got links for you in the description, by the way, all the relevant links. If you want to check the game out for yourself, because it is out today. But the art style is really something that I feel so, it's so unique, and it's so, well, it's not unique necessarily in the video games genre, as it, I mean, in the medium, I should say, but in the genre it's definitely unique. It's not very often that we see purposely stylized 2D RPGs. It's a genre that usually goes for tries to go for more realistic and that sort of style. So let's create a new character. We have all manner of terrible sounds at the background. The horrors of Stygian do not discriminate based on your character's gender. However, gender does play a role in some events and dialogues, opening up different role-playing opportunities. So, judging by their dress code, and yeah, this is very much old school Lovecraft, basically 1920s style thing. We're gonna go with male, and we have an age. This is the age that your character begins the game with. Age determines the starting numbers in attribute and skill pools, and young characters are in their physical prime but lack the experience of older characters. Adult characters have a balance in physical aptitude and life experience, and old characters are in physical decline but have acquired more life experience than the younger characters. Starts the game with a penalty to physique, agility, or senses, but is awarded with 2 more skill points. And whereas the young one starts the game with a bonus to either physique, agility, or senses, but is penalized with 2 fewer skill points. So I suppose I should go with adult for right now. I think these are just sort of more when you know a little bit more of the game. It would be kind of fun to go with one of those for role-playing reasons as well, but we'll see. So this is your character's profession and overall theme. The archetype determines the archetype is what we're selecting, determines the set of skills which your character will excel at during the game, as well as some of your role-playing options. So we have academic, aristocratic, criminal, explorer, investigator, occultist, performer, and soldier. So the traditional one would be investigator, right? This character is a private investigator who used to work for Boston Bureau of Investigation. I think that's where Arkham is, in Boston. I'm not really sure though. His later case, attempting to locate a missing child, turned out to be much more complicated than a common kidnapping. Oh, we have intro vignettes? I think we might have intro vignettes. This is, so some of your role-playing. The character has no particular advantage. Oh, we got other things down here. What do you mean the character has no particular advantages or disadvantages? Oh, because of the background. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so everybody's gonna go with investigator. I like investigation. It's definitely a big fort of the genre, of the sort of, you know, the Cthulhu Lovecraftian genre. We could go with a criminal. Yeah, we could do a criminal. Yeah, which is good. This character used to be a hired gun for an underworld boss. His last stop on a long night of collecting protection money was a nightclub known for its patrons' peculiar taste in entertainment. Firearm stealth and subterfuge skills can be improved to the maximum. So, which basically this means that everything else cannot be improved to the maximum. And it requires a minimum score of 6 in agility. That sounds like a good time. Especially if I think that the developers are fans of Fallout, the original one, naturally. So agility is probably going to be a very important stat, because it tends to be the case that's the case. So anyway, we have a background for gangster, which is just normal. We have a thief. You have a past in thievery and excel at moving silently, but you often choose to run away when things get hot, for -1 melee attack and for extra stealth. You know what? That's not too bad. For a hitman over here, you were a hired gun for the mafia. You carry the weight of the dead bodies you left in your wake. Not literally, hopefully. We gain +50 angst. Oh, so that's an interesting one. And a con artist over here. You can persuade people into believing you are the Prince of Arkham, but often shy away from physical conflict. Oh, it seems like both thief and con artist are sort of, they don't want to fight too much. I'm gonna go with a con artist over here. It sounds a little bit more versatile. Over a criminal con artist, we were, after all, collecting protection money, so you know what? I was doing a little bit of cash on the side. Let's go with that. Of course, this is a blind playthrough. I don't know if I said it before. I don't think I did. So, yeah, I don't know enough to make a build here, so we might be doing terrible choices. So, over here is belief system. Belief systems determine how your character deals with the warped reality of the new Arkham. Properly role-playing your chosen belief system will grant valuable sanity points. That sounds awesome. That sounds great. I wonder if this is based on the tabletop. I know very little about this game. I know if this is based on the tabletop Call of Cthulhu system, because I know that game is really hard to finish, or the campaign at least, the official campaign is really hard to finish, and it's a really hard game in general, the tabletop role-playing game, I mean. So let's see what we have. We have humanistic. Throughout history, mankind has survived countless threats. If we stop wringing our hands and start cooperating, we will live to see the human spirit prevail once more. That is humanism. Over here, materialistic. If we're all doomed, let's make our final days worthwhile. Wealth, lust, power. Pursue whatever eases your pain. That sounds more... I suppose materialistic. Sounds a little bit hedonistic, but not quite. Then over here, nihilistic. At last, there is no doubt that human beings are of no significance in the cold machinations of cosmos. Thus, every action is of equal importance and worthlessness, just as it has always been. It's a little bit more ataraxic than I would expect of a nihilist, but yeah, that's a thing. We could do that. Oh, that would be interesting. Especially as a con artist. Divine, the Black Day is God's final test of humanity. We failed him once, but he has given us this last chance of redemption. Those who are alive survive this for a reason, to prove that mankind is not without hope. Oh, wait a minute, it says at the bottom what I need to do. Extra sanity can be gained by selecting humanistic dialogue choices. Okay. Materialistic dialogue choices through material gain and acts of self-indulgence. And for nihilistic... is of course the nihilistic dialogue choices. A nihilist cannot gain sanity through her actions, but begins the game with higher mental resistance. Wow, that's like... That's... I don't want that. We will die a lot. No. That's good. That's probably good for like an Iron Man playthrough or something like that. That sounds interesting. Over here, the extra sanity can be gained by selecting faithful dialogue choices and through acts of divine worship. Over here we have rational. No matter how unusual or baffling, the phenomenon is beyond the boundaries of science and rational thought. There has to be an explanation. Sorry, not the phenomenon. No phenomenon. And I think rational people are probably the, at least as depicted in the genre, they're probably the ones that get most insane when seeing the incomprehensible things that hold the rest of the universe and whatnot. And they're like, oh no, everything must have an explanation. But what explanation? And they go crazy. There has to be an explanation. Yeah. What must be done is to search and find it. So we gain by selecting rational dialogue and through scientific and medical research. It's, of course, science and medicine skills are recommended. And esoteric, when supernatural becomes natural, the only path is to embrace the knowledge of the ancient forces behind the veil. We must snap into the hidden art, and realize our potential in order to survive and eventually dominate. Extra sanity can be gained through esoteric dialogue choices and through occult research. You know what? I'm gonna go with that. At first I feared that might be like a special mode of playing, like that one would be. Which would be sort of the opposite of, like, you gain sanity the more deranged you get or something like that. And we have our identity, and I see a plentitude of mustaches over here. All of them have mustaches. No, this traitor to the nation, and this one over here, both of those, crucify them. They must be, what did the Americans feared in the 1920s? Probably communists. That's probably what they are. Anyway, Louis Theobald. That sounds like a... That's just... Okay, it's not randomized, unfortunately. I'm not good at names. Anyway, we have... who's gonna be the con man of this? That looks like a con man, alright. This one looks like a con man, too. I like that photo. Not photo, painting. This one over here. He looks skeevy. He looks like a... I'm sorry. He's Hamilton. Hamilton... Bottomworth. That's the name right there. Anyway, attributes. What do we have? What is that? Distribute the available number of points of two characters' attributes and skills. Right, but why? What is that? Oh. Right, reset. Okay, first things first. Remove all the points. There's no points added over here. Okay, we got this. So... Physique determines your character's general physical prowess and is frequently used in melee and survival skills with hiccups. Okay, so I might want to have a little bit of physique. This sounds like strength to me, so I'll go with 5. Agility over here determines the extent of your character's overall dexterousness. I'm pretty sure that's not the word. And is frequently used in athletics, firearms, melee, subterfuge, and stealth. So this sounds like a very important skill. I'll go up on 8, and that's hopefully... Oh, wait, can we see the action points? We can. 7. Oh. No. Oh, I'll go up on 9 then. Look at that. Action points go up. And you can see it's blue as well when you hover over it, which is great. Also health over there. Sanity. Anyway, balanced. We need to be balanced here. But action points are really important, I assume. So, and reaction, stealth value, and also that's my main skill. So, yeah. Senses determine your character's overall perceptiveness of the outside world, and is frequently used with firearms, investigation, stealth, and survival skills. So I'll put that up to 6. Mind determines your character's intellectual accumulation as... Accumulation? That's quite something. As well as cognitive faculties, and is frequently used in medicine, occult... No. I'm gonna need occult research, and I suck at it. Oh, no. Well, we're gonna need to go with that, aren't we? Well... presence, what is that? Determines your character's attractiveness, charisma... Oh, dang it. Can I go back? I can go back. Well, I'm gonna need to be something. I'm gonna need to be materialistic. What the hell? Really? Oh. I don't know why it stops the sound when it goes over there. Hamilton Bottomworth. I have a good tradition of having to write my name twice, and then on the second attempt, I write it wrong. So that's good enough. So we're materialistic. That's a little bit better, so I don't have to investigate the occult. I would love to investigate the occult, but unfortunately, such things might not be possible for me. So medicine, occult, psychology. This one is the attribute of exerting self-control as well as utilizing spiritual power and is frequently used in occult and survival skills. So I will not have that. I might want to have a little bit of these because they do add resistances, especially on the sanity side of things. This one adds 2 things. Will is a little bit better. Let's just go with that, and then a little bit of presence. Yeah, that looks like a good plan. Presence is interesting, though, because it doesn't affect anything right here. Determines your character's attractiveness, charisma, as well as personal charm, and is frequently used in speechcraft skill. Yeah, which I don't have all that much, unfortunately. I have 5 points. I'm gonna go up on firearms. I'm gonna go with subterfuge, stealth, subterfuge. What is subterfuge for? Is the skill of dirty tricks, lock picking and muggery. I don't know that word. I think that's German. Anyway, moving on. So here we are. Archetype, criminal is what I am. And belief system, materialistic. That's where we're going. We're playing a scumbag, and we must go with that. Our statuses are all great. This character used to be. Everything is good. Yeah, you can examine and finalize. I can't finalize it. I can just look, confirm, and off we go. Let's do this thing. Venturing into attic. Every point invested in the survival skill will automatically unlock new survival recipes. Albeit slowly, Arkham's junk economy will replenish itself over time. If you find yourself running low on SIGs, capital C, consider scavenging as a way to increase your resources. Okay. The town is stuck between strange dimensions. Yeah, this is the sort of... There's a name for this sort of art style and whatnot. Like the weird science books that I'd never read because I'm not American. And I didn't grow up with that. A year has passed since your encounter with that peculiar fellow known as the Dismal Man. When last you met, he introduced you. Find me beyond Arkham after the Black Day. At the time, these words did not mean much to you, but soon after you would come to understand. On what is now known as the Black Day, under the shadow of the Awakened, the world you knew vanished, and with it, your hopes, future, and loved ones. For reasons unknown, the city of Arkham was separated from the carcass of Earth and exiled to an other place under... Oh no. Unlike many others, you survived body and mind mostly intact. Ever since, you have existed from day to day in the grey gloom of the old eel house, waiting for that enigmatic man to call. A man whose very existence you are now beginning to question. Until you wake into another layer of the nightmare. Until the visit at the old attic. Which is where we are, I think. Very dark in here. Well, that's quite something. Journal updated. The footsteps of the Dismal Man. How do I access the journal? There's just a lot of cutscenes. 2 lamps in the darkness. Okay, let's look at it. So we have, a year ago I met a mysterious gentleman. I can recall little about him, but his name, the Dismal Man. He knew... That's probably not his name. It's just... Anyway, he knew about the Black Day and also the fact that I'd be in Arkham. He told me to find him. Who is he? Does he have answers? I awoke in the attic of the old eel house to the light of the Dismal Man's lantern. It seems he wants me to follow him. Well, I guess he wants me to follow him. Now, there's something... Oh. Right. I want to see... Reset the defaults. I want to see how you can save... quick save. No, that's not what I mean. I want to see how you can highlight items, because I don't know if this game is like that. If you can highlight items. So right now, it doesn't seem like that's the case. So let's just... It's probably going to be... point and click. Mostly point and click. Oh, there are things back here. Oh, I got a lantern. Oh, that's great. So I have an empty kerosene canister. Okay, I like it. And then we have the swap over... Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. What's gonna happen? I'll be right back. Let's perhaps not mess with the inventory for now. I will take the lantern, obviously, but nothing else for the moment. It's too dark to go outside without a light. Dang it. Well, I think Okay. That sounds like everything is going alright. I also didn't look at the journal yet. Do they get marked as red? They do not. Okay, that's interesting. So we'll have to keep track of the different cases like that. I don't know how many concurrent missions we're gonna have. Off he goes. Okay. The cook is dead, only serving cans. Did he go outside? I think he went outside. The Dismal Man is a brilliant name, by the way. Love it. Dismaying, maybe? He's dismal as in, you know, he makes us dismayed. Or he's a terrible person, so he's dismal. Because both could work. So, the old Hill House, not Hill, Eel House. I don't think anybody serves anything there anymore. All the roads look pretty... Buy, sell, oh, no. Oh, it's fine. It's just ghosts. It's good. Is this normal? Okay, well, we're... I assume this must be normal. The clouds look like Cthulhu. Or skulls. Oh, they're murdering people. Oh, this is all bad. Also, where are we going? Why is he shining? Why am I shining? Oh, okay, well. So I suppose that's a dream? Oh, there it is. I don't need a lantern anymore. Hey, it wasn't my fault. Maybe it was, actually. Immediately lost 14 sanity down here, but 15 lost up there. Learn controls by pressing F1. Thank you. Where's the quick save? I'll figure out the combat and all that. Hopefully I won't have to do it in this episode. I'll figure it out as we go. These decaying fragments of furniture betray the craftsmanship of talented carpenters. How heartbreaking to see their fine work reduced to a pile of scrap. It's... does that stay there indefinitely? That's plenty of time, though. So we got a container over here with take all. And, of course, now we have a lot of things. Did I see chocolate? I think I saw... No, I saw Reggie's whiskey. A standard quality whiskey mass-produced before the Black Day. So if I right-click, we can see... even more, a different description. This bottle of Reggie's brand whiskey was shipped to Arkham before the Black Day. Why is it two different descriptions? We have a pocket knife. Wait, that's not a... That is a weapon. Yeah. What is that? I got lockpicks. That's pretty important. We also have a dark suit. I'll equip that. Oh, look at how dapper I look. Let's look at it. This dark suit is tailored from a heavier and stiffer variant of velvet based on cotton. It's bombazine or something. Can you go away? Oh yeah, you can. You can click over there. We got a bottle of clean water. That is really nice. I do enjoy some good clean water. And please don't crash. Thank you. Wait. Can I dual wield this? Because if I can dual wield it, which I don't think I can. Oh, I can't. What? No, I cannot. Okay, so we got melee and ranged. We got a lot of cigarettes over there. 200. A few cigs. The ever-depleting stocks of cigs will lead to inflation sooner or later. Just don't smoke them then. If the basic rules of economics continue to apply in this twilight dimension. Isn't it the opposite? I think it's the opposite. I think the basic rules of economy dictate that if you have a lower amount of currency, deflation happens. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And we also have a criminal record. This document, this official document, in fact, is issued by the U.S. Department of Justice to ex-convicts at the time of their release. I could just drop it and be like, no, that's not mine. Oh, we have a fedora, stylish fedora. This more stylish fedora made from silk instead of wool is associated with Prohibition-era mobsters. Can I do that, though? Can I just go around and be all cool? Will I have a backpack? Quick slots, I assume. Cool things. And a blank notebook. What is that, rations? Good, I like rations. Let's put that over there. Can I not? Seems I can't. Okay. Let's see what this book says. Hardcover notebook. Currently blank. Fancy. Getting hardcover notebooks here. Also camping supplies. Wait, ration. Oh, right. A complete kit of camping supplies for outdoors living, a portable stove and other necessary implements complete with outdoorsman's kit. That's pretty great. And we have crafting, we have kerosene. Wait. Okay, I'll have to acquaint myself with that. We also have the grimoire, and we have witches for spells. I assume we're going to be casting magic. Well, we're not, because we're not that kind of person. And we are currently at Riverside. Miskatonic University. All the trees dead. Follow him, he knows. That's the Dismal Man. Dismal? Oh, don't crash. No, the game's saved. Right. Nah, I don't think it tried to do that before. Oh, and my character is fast. I like how there's a constant white noise in the background. It's good for me. Oh, there's no constant white noise anymore. So it's not as great for me. So we have... What's that? A wilted tourism advertisement from Marino's hometown in northern Italy. He will never again feel the cool Adriatic breeze. Is the Adriatic the one on the east side of Italy? We got the saxo... No, that's not saxo. That's trumpet player. Trumpetist. He's too busy playing. Excuse me, sir. You see Marino, the manager and bartender of the Old Eel. He's been your host for almost a year now, charging in exchange the last of your precious resources. He has a tendency to suck you dry whenever he gets the opportunity. Good morning, Cornuto. If you can call this never-ending fucking twilight morning, what was all that hurly-burly upstairs? Bad dreams? I'm trying to figure out his accent. I'm not really sure where I'm going with that, to be honest. Yeah, you could say that. Why am I not surprised? I recommend hitting the bottle before going to sleep. Makes things easier. Since you're awake, let's talk about the cigs you owe me. You were too drunk to pay yesterday and told me to remind you later. Remember? But I don't see any bruises on myself, and if I'm unhurt, I must have paid the bill. He seems dispirited by your argument. I'm not in the mood for a piecing contest. I'll have all your cigs eventually. Later, Cornuto. Yeah, is he Italian? I suppose. Oh, so we get out. Okay, yeah. What is it, Cornuto? That means... it doesn't mean horny. It means... Well, it literally means horny, but horny means a different thing in English than it does in Italian. It means somebody who has... somebody whose partner has been... actually, specifically a man whose partner has been infidel to them. But anyway. So, I want to rest in the attic. I see that you enjoyed your time in our special suite, the Royal Attic, but it is occupied now. I'll take your cigs later, Cornuto. So, what is the story of the old eel? Do I seem like a fucking chitty-chat kind of bartender, Cornuto? They say an old drunk opened the place after a dream or something 40 years ago. Satisfied? There's only one story you could know about this establishment now. Waxface owns the place. Marino runs the place. Happily ever after. Tell me about this Waxface. Not a smart question at all, Cornuto. Just remember he is the king on this side of the Miskatonic. He is the boss of the mob, the unseen Imperatore. He's not the person about whom you should keep your mouth shut when his name comes to mind. Or rather, he is the person about whom you should keep your mouth shut when his name comes to mind. I'm trying to figure out how I can see previous dialogue. I don't think I can. So what's the mob doing in a remote New England town? You're playing suicidal. Oh, come on. The Marino I know can become the cheaty chat kind of bartender if there are cigs involved. Marino scans the bar and then continues quietly. 10 cigs. Yeah, here you go. That's much better than paying for rent. He swiftly counts your cigs and lights one of them after he is done. Now listen to me. Speak about this. Sorry. Now listen to me. Speak about this and I'll see you hanged on the clock tower, plucked like a chicken. He continues in a whisper. The Cortellini family of Chicago was looking for a safe route to transport the liquor they smuggle from overseas. European whiskey, Cuban gin, all sorts of booze. Let's say with the help of a good advisor, they have decided to use the Miskatonic River for this operation. Isn't this godforsaken town the best place for staying invisible? What happened then? The Cortellini sent some of their best men along with some cannon fodder to oversee the operation, and right after the ships arrived from Kingsport with the moonshine, the fucking Black Day happened. The mob got stuck here. Imagine big city gangsters in an old quiet as shit New England town. It's like wolves trapped in a fucking slaughterhouse. The rest is... The scientists have a name for this. Natural selection. Why miss the opportunity? Nice story. This conversation never happened, Cornuto. Do not forget the clock tower and the plucked chicken. Right. Now name your poison. Well, my poison is going to be the end of the episode, Cornuto, because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Stygian. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.